What's happening, guys? This is TheLonewolfTech coming back to you with another Tekkit project. And today, as you noticed, we're not starting off in our house. You can see it right in the background. We're just past the old quarries to go over some tracks. Now, I went ahead and made all the tracks, at least all the ones I found. What I did is you can just go in and search tracks, and I went and made all these in order. So if you want to, except for that, because that's not a track. So if you wanted to make these, just look at a recipe. I'm not going to show you all of them. I will go ahead and mention that you'll come across advanced rails, which are made with the standard rail, redstone, and gold. And then you will come across HS rail, which is the steel ingots. So that's why we needed steel, guys. Blaze powder and gold. So those are actually made to use to make like 2 or 3 tracks, 4 tracks. So you need steel to make 4 of the tracks. And what we're gonna do here is I have all the tracks in here in order, and a couple extras in my inventory. Now I'm gonna go across the line, starting from the power track all the way down to the elevator track. And honestly, I have no idea what any of these tracks do, but I'm just gonna wing it. Because that's how I do things. So here we have the power track, which I'm guessing is just like the power track in vanilla. So let's get some more dirt. Do I have any more dirt? Yes, I do. So we'll get up here. So if we push this cart along, it should stop when it comes to this, or at least slow down by quite a lot because it's not powered. So if we push this guy back and we apply a redstone signal next to him, now the track will be powered, and when we push it over him, he's going to zoom off the track. So that's your regular powered track. Nothing too special about that. Didn't mean to press that, whatever that does. And now if we look at this next one, we have the detector track, which, as most people can guess what it does, is powers when you have a mine cart cross, it should activate a redstone signal. And we have some redstone actually, so you can see what it does. So right now it's off. If we push this buddy back on, there it goes. See, activates redstone signal. So if you're making some advanced track system, that might be very useful. Next one is just regular old track. That's your basic vanilla track, which you use for normal stuff. Now here's a boarding track, which actually I believe we're gonna need some other stuff for that, so I'll come back to you with that in a second. About that, guys. That was a completely different track that I was thinking of. So back to the boarding track. Now what this does is it acts just like a powered rail from vanilla, as in the fact where when it is not powered, it will stop anything that goes on top of it. So just like this powered track over here. But the difference is when it's not powered, you can't push it off. So this minecart, you can't push it off, while the powered one you could push off. But we lost our cart. So when the old power ones, you could it would slow down, but you can push it off like that. And with the boarding track, you can't push it off. And when it is powered, it will act just like the powered track. So pretty good to know. You just go ahead and break this guy. That's what a crowbar is good for, guys, right there. Alright, holding track. As I switch to the holding track tab on my Internet Explorer browser, it's basically the same as a boarding track, really, except the difference is when it's powered, the minecart will travel in the same direction it was going before. So in this track, it might if it hits this, it might changes its direction, and with this one, it will go in the same direction it was traveling before. So whatever that means to you, that might be useful. I'm not sure. Again, let me just go ahead and state, if this is a very good tutorial, go on Wiki, because that's where I'm looking at it right now to figure out what most of this stuff does. So I would suggest you do the same and read it more in depth while I just give a quick overview. So the one-way track is the same as normal track except for this. Now this is supposed to be like an arrow. Basically, when it is powered, why did I just put that down? I didn't mean to put that down. When it is powered, the minecart can only go in one direction, so it should not allow us to go back. See, it's only going to let us go this way. So if this is basically like an iron pipe for buildcraft, and I'm going to go ahead and change the time so we don't get any mobs out here. So it's gonna act basically like an iron pipe from Buildcraft. Then if you had like a lot of tracks conjoining at this location, you could say that they could only go this way and then could come back. So that's really good. Alright, now we have the control track. So any carts traveling in opposite directions will be gradually slowed. So basically, that's if we have a lot of these going in, if we had a lot more of these tracks and we were to send it along the wrong direction while it was powered, it's not going to stop it. Okay, so powering it changes the direction. So whatever, if you need it powered, which is pretty good because you can have like a wireless receiver here, and if you wanted to change the direction, you could do that on the fly. But they can still pass over it. They're just going to slow down. You can kind of notice it a little bit when we push the cart over, how it slows a little bit. So that was in the correct direction. We'll push it back. So you can kind of notice it receives a little bit of friction. Alright, the launcher track is pretty cool. It's fun to mess around with. I will go ahead and mention you do not get a lot of tracks. It costs like 2 iron blocks and a piston, and you get like 4 tracks or something. We'll see how many I have in the chest. No, I don't want you there. So launcher. Where is it? Where's the launcher track? Where are you? I know everyone's screaming at me. It's right there. Wherever it is. Gated one way. Nope. Oh, I guess we only have one. So, yeah, you get like 1. So what the launcher track does is they will practically launch your cart. Now, we can actually right-click with our crowbar. So another good use for a crowbar. And set the force. So if we wanted to set a really high force of 30, which looks like the highest you can go, and then we apply a redstone signal, which turns it on, and we push our minecart over, it's gonna launch it up really high. Actually, let's see where it lands. It lands right in the pool. Slam dunk, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So that's really far. If you want to look at my minimap, and then you can tell how many blocks it travels. Looks like about like 70 blocks on the highest setting, so that's really far. And then the low setting should be 5. We'll put another cart down, so that it just goes this far, which is still pretty far. So those are really fun to mess around with. They're really expensive, but you can tell the advantages of them. So gated tracks, basically what you think, this isn't getting passed until you apply like a redstone signal to open it, or something like that. But the main place I can see these are for farms, mostly because it's the same gate. And if, let's say, you had to get a track through your farm, you could use that, and maybe some detector tracks. So that's what, like, detector tracks, if we had I'll show you what you could actually do with them. We'll grab another one. Alright, so it's really frame ratey out here. I think something in the facility is overflowing and I gotta go get it. But anyway, if we put a detector track right here, what we can actually do is when we push the cart over, it will actually turn it on. So that's really cool. So you could have one of those before your farm, and it'll act like a pressure plate. That's what they basically do, is act like pressure plates for mine carts. So really cool. Last one is a junction track. So what I'm gonna do is steal you. Now junction tracks, you can actually change the direction of the gate with right clicking. Are basically what they look like. So you can have, one guy, you can have two systems conjoin, one going this way and one going this way. So as long as the two carts don't hit each other in the middle, pretty good. I'm not sure what happens. Yeah, they'll just like push each other out of the way and break each other. So yeah, guys, that's the first round of tracks. I think I'm gonna separate the videos up because there's actually quite a few tracks, and this would be a very long video, and there's a lot of setup to go on this, even though this isn't a very good setup video. But again, if you want to get more depth explanation on tracks, look it up on the Tekkit wiki. Just Google whatever track you're thinking about and go to the Tekkit wiki. They're really good. And yeah, guys, so please like and subscribe to TheLonewolfTech if you have any balls, I guess. And I'll see you later.